Look at this shocking photo. Those are two Trudeau cabinet ministers, Melanie Joly on the left and Yara Sachs on the right, meeting with a senior terrorist leader and dictator named Mahmoud Abbas. Now, watch the video, but stick around, because in a couple of minutes I'm going to tell you something I'm going to do about this, and I need your help to do it. Mahmoud Abbas is a dictator. He rules the Palestinians in the West Bank with an iron fist. He won an election in 2005, and he simply didn't allow any more elections. He's a dictator who jails or kills his rivals. Now, I guess a lot of leaders in the Arab world are like that, but he's much worse. He's wearing a suit in the photo, but he's actually been a terrorist for more than 50 years. I don't know if you know this, but he was a senior leader of the terrorist group that attacked the 1972 Munich Olympic Games and kidnapped, tortured, and killed 11 Israeli athletes and coaches. Abbas was the financier of that operation, and he's never disavowed it to this day, let alone apologized for it. He's proud of it. He likes to kill Jews. Abbas actually has a PhD in Holocaust denial. His doctoral dissertation was on why we should hate the Jews. And this is the man that two senior Trudeau cabinet ministers are literally embracing. Look at their hands. But you don't have to go back 50 years for proof of how odious a man this is. Just a few months ago, in the summertime, he gave a major speech where he said Hitler killed the Jews because they deserved it. It was such a shocking speech. The mayor of Paris, France, stripped Abbas of an honor he had received. That was just a few months ago. And when Hamas terrorists massacred over 1,000 Jews on October 7th, Abbas denied it. He said it was Israel who murdered their own people to blame the Palestinians. No surprise that this would come from a Holocaust denier. Mahmoud Abbas is one of the worst human beings in the world. He's a dictator, a murderer, a terrorist, an anti-Semite. And every day, he enacts a policy that if any terrorist dies while attacking Israel or Jews, he will pay their family a monthly payment as thanks. He pays people to kill Jews. He's a butcher. And Melanie Joly and Yara Sachs met with him, physically embraced him, posed for a souvenir photo with him. It's an international embarrassment that Melanie Joly did this, but I suppose it could be excused in that she's a foreign minister and her job is to meet with world leaders, even if they are tyrants and terrorists. That doesn't explain her smile and her physical embrace of him and her selfie. I mean, Joly wouldn't meet with Vladimir Putin this way, for example, but at least meeting dictators is in her job description. But what is the excuse for Yara Sachs? What was she even doing there? She's a junior health minister in charge of mental health and addictions. That's her title. Why was she meeting with an anti-Semitic terrorist in the Middle East? Why was she in this photo? Why was she holding his hand in that weird way? Why was she even there? And why didn't Yara Sachs put the photo on her own Twitter feed? Why did she sort of try and hide it? It's obvious. Trudeau needed Sachs in the photo for cover. For Trudeau to send Melanie Joly to meet with this terrorist on her own, it would have just been more proof of how anti-Semitic the Liberals had become. But by having Yara Sachs in the photo, because Sachs is Jewish, it's like she gave the meeting her blessing. Trudeau could say with a straight face, how could meeting this terrorist murderer be wrong? We even got a Jew in the picture. She was even smiling and holding his hand. You can't say we support Jew haters. If Mahmoud Abbas was that bad, what was Yara Sachs doing in the picture? That's what Trudeau can say. It's a good point. What exactly was she doing in the picture? She was putting her loyalty to Justin Trudeau above her loyalty to human rights and Canadian values, above her loyalty to her own constituents, which includes a large Jewish community. And of course, she betrayed herself and everything she claims to hold dear. Mahmoud Abbas kills Jews either directly, like he did at the Munich Olympics, or indirectly by paying cash to the families of terrorists who killed Jews. It is a grave moral failure for the Liberals to have met with him. No wonder Yara Sachs didn't publish the photo on her own Twitter feed. For some reason, she thought that maybe she could keep it a secret. No chance. What she did was unacceptable, unforgivable, intolerable, and un-Canadian. She forfeited her right to be called an honorable member. She must resign or be fired. Now, I just happen to live in Yara Sachs district. It's full of Jewish schools and synagogues, Jewish bakeries, Jewish shops. All of them are loyal, proud Canadians who expect to be able to live in peace and safety. Instead, for 6 months, they've been hounded week after week on the streets by Hamas hate marches, which have blocked the entrance to the Jewish neighborhood of Armour Heights in the riding. Trudeau did nothing and said nothing because he counts on those Hamas votes, and Sachs did nothing and said nothing because she puts her loyalty to Trudeau above her loyalty to her constituents or even her own conscience. Well, enough is enough. I've rented a billboard truck like we do sometimes at Rebel News. I'm going to have it drive around York Centre, showing her neighbors, showing her voters who Yara Sachs really is, what she thought she could hide from them by not publishing the photo herself. I want everyone in her riding to know that when it comes to Jew hatred and terrorism and Holocaust denial, Yara Sachs doesn't stand with her voters. She's too busy standing next to an arch terrorist. If you want to help me spread the word in Yara Sachs riding, go to firesachs.com. That's fire, SAKS.com. We'll drive this billboard truck all over the district, including parking it right outside her office. She's got to either own what she did or disown it. But so far, it looks like there's nothing she won't do to humiliate herself and show her loyalty to Justin Trudeau, the most anti-Semitic Prime Minister in Canadian history. Go to firesachs.com to sign our petition that this gross moral error that she committed means she's got to go. And if you like the idea of revving up the billboard truck and driving it around and around in her neighborhood, because Lord knows she's afraid to show her face in real life, let's show her face in this photo, please chip in to help us. The billboard truck costs about $2,000 a day to rent. I think it's worth that. Thanks for your help. Go to firesachs.com. Yara Sachs is a cabinet minister who put her loyalty to Justin Trudeau above her loyalty to Canada. She posed in a photo with a terrorist in the Middle East. Go to firesachs.com to help get rid of her.